Algeria has always been known for oil and gas, but now it's betting on something different: African startups. A new innovation fund has been launched, and it could reshape how entrepreneurship is financed across the continent. Welcome to the Africa Briefing Room, where we break down the issues shaping the continent. Today, we're looking at Algeria's new Pan-African Startup Fund, why it matters, what Algeria gains from it, and how it could shift the balance of influence across Africa. During the Intra-African Trade Fair, September 4th to 10th, 2025, Algeria announced a new investment fund. Through the Algerian Agency for International Cooperation for Solidarity and Development, and under the direct instruction of President Abdelmadjid Tebboune, Algeria announced the launch of a special startup fund, not just for North Africa, but for innovators across the continent. Officials described it as a tool to support youth-led projects, entrepreneurship, and sustainable development. In a region where most startup capital comes from Western venture funds, Algeria is presenting itself as an African alternative. For Algiers, the move is about more than goodwill. First, diversification. Algeria's economy is still dominated by hydrocarbons. Supporting startups is a way to prepare for a post-oil future. Second, influence. By positioning itself as a patron of African innovation, Algeria strengthens its role as a continental leader, not just a North African power. Third, soft power. Africa's youth are the largest demographic on the continent. Winning credibility with them is winning influence for decades to come. Right now, the majority of Africa's startup financing comes from US and European funds, especially in fintech, logistics, and clean energy. By launching its own fund, Algeria is signaling a shift: African money, funding African innovation. Yet key questions remain. Although the fund is presented as Pan-African, officials have yet to detail how startups across sub-Saharan Africa can access it. The size of the fund, the application process, and regional allocations remain to be clarified. The initial phase will provide immediate support to 30 companies that participated in the Intra-African Trade Fair earlier this month. While the rollout takes shape, this move is also about positioning. Algeria has long balanced its Arab Maghreb identity with its African Union membership. By launching a continental fund, it deepens its African credentials, while drawing a contrast with rivals like Morocco, which has pursued its own integration strategy in West Africa. It's important to note that this is a new, continent-focused fund, separate from earlier initiatives like the Algeria Startup Fund, which primarily supported local enterprises. This isn't just a matter of startup financing. By launching its own fund, Algeria is challenging a long-standing status quo where African innovation has often depended on foreign capital, and, along with it, external priorities and decision-making. True sovereignty, in this sense, is about enabling African governments and entrepreneurs to set their own agendas, keep more value circulating domestically, and build industries on terms that reflect the continent's interests, rather than donor or foreign investor imperatives. If successful, Algeria's model could help keep African talent and capital at home, reduce exposure to the ups and downs of international finance, and inspire other countries to invest in their own innovators. In a world where technology, digital infrastructure, and startup ecosystems increasingly drive economies, breaking the cycle of dependency is what economic sovereignty truly means for Africa's next generation. This is the Africa Briefing Room, giving you the context behind Africa's headlines.